active shooters can happen anywhere. Here in Wisconsin, it's happened at a mall, a casino, a salon.
Yeah, so what can you do to try and be prepared for the nightmare? Tonight, CBS 58's Kristen Barbarisi is digging into some special training from the FBI that could save you or a loved one's life. Kristen.
It happened right here at Molson-Coors last year. An active shooter killed 5 people. It takes law enforcement about 3 minutes on average to get to these scenes. That can seem like an eternity if you're there and lives are at stake. Well, the FBI has a class they want the public to take to prepare. It's a terrifying scenario.
All squads head to the mall for shots fired.
That's played out over and over.
A shooting at Mayfair Mall.
Tragedy in the Miller Valley.
Deadly mass shooting at the Oneida Casino.
These things can virtually happen anywhere.
Active shooter incidents are on the rise across the country and right here in our state. In 2019, there were 28 nationwide. The FBI is still compiling 2020 data, but they say the number will be higher.
Obviously, 2020 was an incredibly violent year across the country, and we've seen unprecedented violent crime numbers.
In Wisconsin, in the past 6 months, we've already had 4.
So the FBI is offering a class called the Citizen Response to Active Shooter Events.
When I teach, I tell them they're the first responders, because really we get there after the fact. Some bad stuff's already happened.
Special Agent Jay Darren teaches the free course to businesses, churches, and community groups.
We find that people who have not been trained really either just simply get down on the ground and do nothing, or they often freeze and just kind of become a victim.
Instead, he says people should think ADD. Avoid the shooter, run and find an exit. If you can't, deny the shooter access by barricading yourself somewhere. And as a last resort, defend yourself. Fight back.
We look at it as a responsibility to knowing that, God forbid, something terrible should happen. We've done all we can.
80 employees at Zurn Building Products took the class, and the goal is to get all 250 employees trained.
It's uneasy, it's uncomfortable, but after you do the training and once you're finished, it's empowering.
Special Agent Darren says the training gets people thinking about worst-case scenario before anything happens, because under stress, your mind and body shut down.
We have a phrase we use that your body will never go where your mind has never been. Know where your exits are. Script or visualize, kind of visualize, man, if something bad happens here, what am I going to do?
The FBI also regularly trains officers. It's called the ALERT program, Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training.
Do we know where the shooter is?
Their sole job is to get on that scene, is again to get there as quickly as possible.
Negative. Nobody knows. Nobody has a description.
And maybe as a solo officer, they may be by themselves, but they still have to go because innocent civilians are being killed.
The first officers on scene are trained to isolate, distract, and if necessary, neutralize the shooter.
Drop that gun!
We start with that first officer on scene and build all the way up to the chief or sheriff upon their arrival, and then everywhere in between.
More than 6,000 first responders in Wisconsin have gone through the ALERT program. It helps to make sure all agencies responding to a scene are trained the same way.
You have almost instantaneous collaboration amongst the major law enforcement entities in Wisconsin.
The training was key in response to the Molson-Coors and Mayfair Mall mass shootings last year.
And our SWAT team assisted both the Milwaukee Police Department and the Wauwatosa Police Department with a tactical clear of both of those sites. Both of them were humongous and took hours in order to be able to tactically clear, so no one agency has the resources in order to do that alone.
FBI agents say with the increase in active shooter incidents, it's more important than ever that police and the general public prepare, and training could help save lives at work, at the mall, at a restaurant.
We all left the training feeling a little more secure in coming to work or going out in the public.
Zurn Building is actually planning to operate 2 more of these classes, and they're encouraging employees to bring their friends and their family. They say it's about making the community safer. If you want more information about this class, we have it on our website, cbs58.com. Live in Milwaukee, Kristen Barbarisi, CBS 58 News.